Hello friends, today we will discuss industrial application of power electronics, and it is battery charging unit, and it is automatic battery charging. Generally we use this automatic battery charging unit in our car to provide the cell or to start the car, to start any vehicle. Another is that we use the battery in our UPS system also. Then there are other applications of the battery where we need to charge this battery. So how to charge this battery automatically? Cutoff system with automatical cutoff system. So let us consider the basic circuit diagram of automatic battery charger, but it is using SCR. So this is the circuit diagram. Here input voltage is 230 volt. This is our domestic supply voltage that we generally need to charge the single battery or multiple batteries to 230 volt and infinite current source. So here, this is a single phase transformer. The input to this transformer is single phase AC 230 volt 50 hertz supply. Then the output of the transformer is a step down voltage, that is 15 volt and 15. Upper secondary winding has 15 volt AC and lower secondary winding has also 15 volt AC. Here we consider that we are charging the battery voltage level that is less than 12 volt. Sorry, the 12 volt battery only. Okay. So according to the required battery to be charged, we have to select the secondary winding voltage. If it is 18 volt, then we have to select this output winding voltage level. It should be around 20 volt or 21 volt. Or if it is greater than this one, then we have to select the secondary winding according, the tapping of the winding according. So here we are using two diodes. This is diode 1 and this is diode 2. So what is the role of this diode D1 and D2? The role of the diode D1 and D2 is just to rectify the AC input voltage. Which AC input voltage? This 15 volt and 15 volt. So this is this circuit diagram is simply midpoint rectifier only, midpoint rectifier, right? So the output voltage across this AB terminal, is sinusoidal. No, it is pulsating DC nature. Okay, and this pulsating DC nature we will get across A B terminal, and that is our DC voltage. So we can say it is VAB voltage. Now the purpose of this Zener diode, what is the role of the Zener diode? It is the role of the Zener diode is depending upon the voltage rating of the Zener diode, it maintains the or stabilizes the rated voltage on. So if this is a 12 volt and 1 volt Zener diode, then the role of the Zener diode is to maintain the 12 volt across these two terminals, C and B. Okay. Then what is the role of the resistance R1 and R2? So the role of this resistance R1 is just to limit the current, right? Generally the voltage level available here, it is greater than 15 voltage, so that it may get the higher current. Okay, so here the role of the resistance R1 is just to limit the current. Okay, otherwise it may damage to this Zener diode. Similarly, for this resistance R2 also, it is the role of this resistance R2, it is also to limit the current in battery also. So here this role is to limit the current in battery, and here the role of the R1 is to limit the current in Zener diode. So the purpose of this both resistance are to control the current of Zener diode as well as the battery. Now, then what is the role of this diode? The role of this diode is to provide the current in gate in one direction. Okay, so let us consider how this circuit works using the battery charging circuit. Here, the potential across this C and B terminal, that is generally 12 volt. Why? Because we are using Zener diode. Okay. Now this terminal is our gate terminal. Okay, and this terminal is our cathode terminal K. Now this point, that is our anode terminal of the thyristor. This anode is connected with the positive terminal of A, and this cathode through battery connected with the negative terminal of A. Therefore, we can say that the thyristor T is forward bias all time. Okay. So to allow the current from anode to cathode, we need only gate current. Then how we can provide this gate current? So generally, if we consider the battery has some lower voltage which is less than the 12 volt. So let us assume that the voltage of the battery, discharge voltage level of the battery is 10 volt. Okay, the capacity of the battery is 12 volt, but the level of voltage across the battery due to some discharging process, it is 10 volt. Okay, so due to this 10 volt across this battery terminals, here it is plus and minus 10 volt. Okay, but here the level of voltage across Zener diode, it is 12. So this, the barrier between the gate, so here I am drawing the barrier between the gate. This is gate terminal, and this is our cathode terminal. Okay, so to break this barrier, right, the cathode must be more positive, sorry, anode must be more, gate must be more positive than the cathode, right? So that when the gate is more positive than the cathode, then this barrier will be revealed. Or we can say that the gate terminal must be positive or forward bias between gate and cathode terminal. So it behaves like one diode only. Gate and cathode terminal behaves like one diode only, right? So to forward bias this gate and cathode terminal, this should be more positive than this one. Okay. So as here the level of voltage is 10 volt, and here level of voltage, it is available conversion voltage, that is 12 volt, and available voltage is 10 volt. So this 10 volt is less than, this 10 volt is less than 12 volt. So what is the tendency of the current? The tendency of the current is to flow from higher potential to lower potential. So this is another terminal C and B has higher potential, and the level of battery voltage, it is lower. Therefore, the current starts flowing from C terminal. Current starts flowing from C terminal to the diode because it is in this direction only. Then gate terminal, then the barrier of the cathode, then it is cathode through resistor, then the battery, and this is the just a switch to connect or disconnect the battery manually and return to the Zener. So this is the flow of current. So due to that the battery voltage level pushed up. So instead of 10 volt, let us assume that the level of the battery voltage developed to 1 volt. more. So here now 11 volt develop. So again this, sorry, I draw this, it is wrong. This is actually greater than this one. So here this 11 volt is again less than the 12 volt. So again the flow of current is in the same direction, that is from positive terminal to diode D3 to gate and cathode terminal to the battery and return to the negative. Okay. Now after some time the battery voltage develop to 12 volt. Battery voltage develop to 12 volt. Now what will happen here now? Now the Zener diode voltage is 12 volt and developed voltage level in battery, it is also 12 volt. So potential difference between the Zener diode and battery is equal to 0. Therefore current stops flowing. Current stops flowing and path is open circuited. So therefore here, as this 12 volt is equal to 12 volt, then this gate will be isolated from the thyristor and path is turned on due to the equal potential. Again, if this voltage level reduces to some value, let's say it is again 11 volt, again it is 11 volt, then again current starts flowing from Zener diode C terminal to the diode D3, then gate, cathode, R2, battery, switch, and the diode. Right. So if again 12 volt develop in the circuit diagram, 12 volt develop in the circuit diagram, then again the current starts flowing. So this is all about the automatic battery charging circuit. If you have any query, please raise your query so that you will get the proper information about the automatic battery charger. You can also make this a circuit at your own place to charge your battery, like vehicle batteries or other UPS charging battery also. Okay, so this is all about the battery charge. Thank you very much.